What up, Simps? I'm a little late. I'm sorry. But we're back again with another What I Played for the month of March 2022. This one's going to be a little bit shorter than the last one. I didn't play as much because I spent a lot of my free time editing my Tunic video. And I will talk about Tunic very briefly. We're just going to start and get on with it. And I disappointingly have not played Frog Fractions yet. I forgot to start playing Frog Fractions. I'm going to get that out of the way. My bad. Next month, April, I will have played Frog Fractions. I promise. So the first game I played is called Golden Light. I think I got this on a Steam sale. If not, I think it's only like 20 bucks. But I got this on a whim because it is a first-person horror roguelike, and that immediately like piqued my interest quite a bit. I only played 20 minutes, and that's not to say it was bad, but I was when I did play it, I was slightly hungover. I wasn't really feeling the vibe for it. That being said, it is super interesting. Your girlfriend, like you're like on a field with like your girlfriend, and she's like, "Oh my god, I want this moment to last forever." And you're like, "I'm gonna get you a rose." So you get her a rose, like way off in the distance, funnily enough, and you walk over because nothing bad will happen, and then your girlfriend gets essentially sucked into like the other world in front of your eyeballs, and you essentially have to go through this like roguelike labyrinth through essentially what is like hell to try to find your girlfriend. And the roguelike elements come in with the procedurally generated like strange it's got this like really unique look of like meat, flesh, and like apartment building and like chains. It's kind of like a mix between like Silent Hill, aesthetically speaking. It's like a mix between Silent Hill, a little bit of Dante's Inferno, and a little bit of Lovecraft. That's the one that's what I'm kind of thinking of. Aesthetically speaking, this game is pretty top notch. It's got like a really I would say almost like a forced graphical kind of style to it, but I don't think it really gets in the way for what it's trying to do and what it's like doing. I just remember when I was playing through it, I was like, this moves really slow, and it's super vague. And I understand that roguelikes like this kind of have to be vague to kind of give you reason to explore and find new shit. But like for instance, like pretty early on, this is I think the biggest thing that turned me off like immediately was you find like a note, and you're essentially told that some items will heal you, some items will do damage to you, some items will do damage to other things. But those items, their use will also procedurally generate their result. So like an item that would heal you one run could theoretically like insta-kill you another run. And that seems like really mean in like not a very good way. But that being said, I mean, I only played 20 minutes of it. I do want to play more of it at some point. Funnily enough, I bought this and Tunic on the same day, and I was like, one of these is going to be my next video. And we all know how that turned out. I played this for 20 minutes. I was like, not really feeling it yet. Let me try Tunic. And, moo boy, what a fucking game Tunic is. Have you played Tunic yet? You should play Tunic. Tunic's really good. I'm not on Tunic yet. The next game, let's go. Tunic! We did it. We got there, everybody. I already made a whole video on this. I'll put a link in the description, or I'll put a link at the little annotation thing. Not tuning my own horn, not to say that my videos are good, but I think this is my best video. I highly think you should check it out. This game is incredible. It revitalized, like, my love for, problem solving via, like, strategy guides and, like, instruction booklets and stuff. And that's really hard to, like, understand if you haven't, one, seen the video, or two, played Tunic. But I can't tell you the joy that I felt playing through this game. I felt like a little kid again, reading like the Ocarina of Time strategy guide, kind of just like looking through shit, kind of piecing together some stuff, looking at the puzzle solutions, but like having to scour deeper into the book for more solutions and stuff. This game is just immaculate. It's really, really, really good. And the fact it was made by essentially like one dude makes it even that much crazier. One of the biggest strengths of it, aside from like the awesome strategy guide mechanic, is another thing I talk about very heavily in my video, but it has the world design of Tunic is just unreal. They do so much with what seems like nothing. They managed to cram that feeling of Dark Souls interconnected world into this like 2D isometric, like Zelda-like, but they use the camera in such a way that the camera itself is the reason that you come back around to stuff. It's crazy. This game is so good. I could say more. You should just really just like watch my video if what I'm saying at all sounds interesting. I even liked it enough to buy the soundtrack. The soundtrack is incredible. Oh my god, it's so good. One of the best soundtracks ever. By Tunic. Elden Ring. Of course, I played more Elden Ring. Why wouldn't I have played more Elden Ring? I stopped playing Elden Ring. I haven't picked up Elden Ring since March 26th. That's partly because I made my Tunic video. I had to get footage and edit it and write it and all that jazz. But, I mean, for some reason... Oh, I know exactly why. Noah Gervais made a huge behemoth of a Dark Souls video, and it made me want to play all of the Dark Souls games again. So that's what I started doing. Should be working on a video, and then I'm just playing Dark Souls 1 again. But, I mean, what else could I add to the discussion of Elden Ring other than the fact that some people I know don't like the fact that bosses repeat a lot? It's fucking amazing. This game is so good. The only thing I didn't mention this in the last edition of this series is that I worry that because Elden Ring is built so much on exploration and the feeling of discovery, that I worry that it won't hold up as well as that first time, or even like close to that first time. That's my only concern with Elden Ring, really. I don't care that they repeat a lot of bosses. It's a huge fucking game. I kind of assumed that was going to be a thing when I heard it was going to be an open world game. It's totally fine. I don't care. The enemy variety is still out of this fucking world. Not including the bosses. The enemy variety alone is just astronomical. It's crazy. So repeating a couple bosses here and there kind of like, in my opinion, it evens out to basically a flat line of an argument or like a concern. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? It's the way I look at it. But everybody's played Elden Ring. You've played Elden Ring. You know somebody who has played Elden Ring. It's good. It's a good game. The next game I played is Dominion, and I only played it for a little bit. I haven't actually, funnily enough, since the last episode of this, I haven't played a whole lot of Dominion. But I still, the new huge update came out. There's improved AI. Oh no. That's scary. The AI was already really good. But I love Dominion. It's one of the best board / tabletop / like card games ever made. It's so simple. It's so good. And it's almost, theoretically it has a limit, but it's essentially has infinite possibility. It's very possible that you can boot up a game of Dominion, like, and have all the card selections that set up the game, the game setup, be completely random. It's very possible that combination of cards is completely unique to that game. It's crazy. The Dominion's fucking fantastic. My Friendly Neighborhood. This is one of the highlights of all of March. It's only a demo, and I don't know when the actual game is coming out, but this game is... I thought it was a meme at first. I saw this like on Twitter or like on YouTube or Reddit or something a very long time ago, and it was like some guy made a super creepy like Ernie, and it was like him shooting a creepy Ernie and it was like him being chased by a creepy Ernie. It was like shooting him, and I was like, that's funny. And then this guy was like, oh fuck it, I'll make it a game. Like, fuck it, right? Like, all of the enemies are like like Sesame Street kind of characters, and they're like demented, but like in a not creepy way, but that not creepy way of being demented makes them creepy. I'll put a thing here, you can hear it.
National hazard sign. Tape that to whatever door your thermonuclear waste is in. Let's try again, but make the biohazard symbol instead.
Yeah, like they're just like really it's just unsettling how like in character they still are, just like spouting out like children's show dialogue, but like the context of it, of like them saying all of that is just weird, and like you kind of feel like, ugh, a little bit. And not only is that creepy and somehow successfully well done, it's a genuine survival horror game. Like, you have super limited ammo. You I think you can craft stuff, but you like, if you have limited ammo, you have to solve puzzles. There's like a genuine puzzle in the game. I had to take notes down. There's a significant difficulty. It's not too hard. It's difficult enough to make you want to go, like, to want to conserve some ammo, even in this little demo. And it's survival horror even down to the point where when you go to a door and you open it, there's a loading screen between rooms. We're talking like 1996 Resident Evil survival horror status. That's how true to this is. But it's just a straight up new game. Like, it looks new, it feels new, it plays new, but like it's confined perfectly in this like time capsule that we up-resed. You know what I mean? It's so good. I cannot wait for this game to come out. The next game I played was the Sower, what is this called? The one who pulls out the sword will be crowned king. Oh my god, of course my friend Zach did it. This game is so stupid. It's a patience simulator. It's a joke. That's fine. I'm not upset at it for being a joke. But to my knowledge, there's a sword and a stone, and you can play one of two modes. The first mode is the standard mode, and you just have to click and hold the button as your character pulls the sword out, and I'm assuming it's on a fixed timer. I could be completely wrong. The sword will come out. The other mode is whenever somebody playing at the same time as you pulls the sword out, it makes your sword harder to pull out. That is the whole game. No thank you. I would rather stare at a wall. That being said, it's obviously a joke. I'm not upset. And it's got a great library image. Look at this. It's so good. Okay, and I know that is the end of March, but I really gotta write this down because I don't remember if I got this. I won't count this one. I think I got this on April 3rd. But I did get Vampire Survivors March 28th. Vampire Survivors is a game that you should buy right now. If you haven't played it, it is an unbelievably simple game. It's another roguelike, but like literally all you do is you play as essentially like knockoff Castlevania characters, and you walk around in a big, literally a huge empty field. Depending on the level, there's, you know, like there's different variations. Like one's a huge field, like one's kind of like a more narrow hallway of like a library or like an old castle or something. And there are a couple other variants. But like, it's just waves, and not like wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. I'm talking just like waves of infinitely respawning, or not respawning, but like infinitely spawning enemies that you kill, get emeralds or jewels or something, and use those jewels to like level up in a roguelike manner. So like, you know, there are some things that kind of like increase damage, there are some things that increase speed, there are some things that like give you a permanent damage barrier, there are some things that like shoot, you know, like in Castlevania, the cross that you like throw out and it comes back. There are like lightning strikes, there's all kinds of stuff. There's like, you know, like, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. And there's literally no other control in the game other than You move the control stick, or you have WASD on your keyboard. You don't click, you don't space, you don't do nothing except just move. You keep moving. And I know that sounds terrible. Like, how could that be fun? But I can't even tell you why it's fun. It's just really, really, really good. There's no better game, possibly, okay, I'm not gonna go this far. There's no game in the last 5 years, bar none, that is a better game to just shut your brain off, listen to a podcast, talk to friends on Discord with while you're playing this. Because you literally just, while you're like focusing on whatever else it is that you're doing, you just look at the screen and be like, are there a bunch of enemies in front of me? No? Go that way. That's the whole game, and it's just this game is a mystery. It should not be good. I can't believe it is good, and it's not only good, it's great. Vampire Survivors is stupid. It's simple. It's brainless, arguably brain dead, and I loved every second of it. Yeah, I think that's all for the month of March. Sorry that this one's not nearly as in-depth as February was, but, you know. But yeah, I got hooked on Tunic and Elden Ring in 1 month, and had to write a video, and edit it, shoot it, all kinds of stuff. Essentially I think I finished my Tunic video in a span of 5 days. From start to finish, I think I made the whole thing. I cut February pretty fucking close to being able to release Tunic on time, the Tunic video on time. But I promise next month will be at least a little bit more expansive. It's only the 12th, and I already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. Because I can talk about Vampire Survivors again. I'll definitely be playing more Vampire Survivors. But I got a couple ideas for what my next video could be. I need to kind of get my shit together and figure out what that is going to be and solidify it and start working on it. But until then, I'll see you next time. I love your face. I love your show. Thanks for watching.